The purpose of today is to celebrate life. This is our community getting together to honor and to recognize the life-giving force and the sacrifices of the animals that nourish our community and our body.
We're going to be shooting a 210 grain 30-06 boat tip hollow point burger. So we'll just pass that around so everybody can kind of see.
This is going to be the bullet too, right? So put your good energy into that.
I'm here at Rome Ranch in Fredericksburg, Texas, which is a destination for people who are part of the carnivore lifestyle. And we're about to harvest a bison and butcher it together.
So now the herd's going to kind of come up and kind of say their goodbyes.
You guys get a chance to...
Yeah, if any of y'all want to taste this blood, this would be the time to do it.
What is it?
It's way lighter than you'd think.
Yeah, it tastes like a nosebleed.
They're going to move it back to that house where we started today so that they can cut it up into pieces that we can eat. Yeah. This is what's supposed to happen, kiddo.
Events like these happen a few times a year here. They introduce people to a new way of eating meat by consuming the whole animal and making it a centerpiece of your diet.
You know, we try to eat from our land and we try to eat regionally. And so 90+% of our calories are animal based. So eggs, butter, milk, and then of course, lots of meat.
What kind of people do you think your message is resonating with?
We have people come out here from all walks of life, but the most common threads are people that have some kind of health or nutrition journey, for sure. And then the other common visitor that we have, it's someone who just wants to have that connection point to land, to animals, to community.
I believe that as we keep going, people will discover that meat actually makes people healthier. And I think you can just find that by, eat some good meat and you generally feel better, but go eat a bunch of donuts and tell me how you feel.
No one thinks donuts are good for you.
Nobody thinks donuts are
Nobody's
good.
making that argument.
No,
yeah.
Nobody does. But I'm saying that you have a craving for both, right? That's kind of my argument. Like, I don't have a craving for kale. And so the question is, when do you listen to what your body's telling you?
So Josh is gonna open up the abdominal cavity, and that'll be the opportunity where we can kind of connect with the organs and get a chance to eat some raw liver, some raw heart, maybe some bile.
All right.
So I've been eating a lot of raw organs lately because they're full of nutrients, vitamins. I'm trying to get pregnant, okay?
Most people hear about the carnivore diet from influencers online, through podcasts or social media videos.
So I've been on the carnivore diet. I'll tell you about that.
Yeah, that's like a healthier keto, right? Or a better way to do it.
I don't know. It's just all meat. Just everything's meat.
I eat beef and salt and water. That's it. And I never cheat, ever.
Proponents claim the diet cures a grab bag of illnesses, from IBS to depression to infertility. There's not a lot of evidence to support that. In fact, a large body of research links red meat consumption to heart disease, type 2 diabetes, and colon cancer. And livestock is bad for the planet, too. It's responsible for 14.5% of global greenhouse gas emissions. But for the hardcore in the carnivore lifestyle, expert opinion doesn't matter. In fact, rebelling against the mainstream is the point. Carnivorism has become a new front in online culture wars.
The vegans, it's like talking to a cow. They just, there's nothing you can say that'll change their mind because they're mindless drones.
Sean Baker is the guy who coined the term carnivore diet.
I cook a lot of steaks. I've literally, without exaggeration, I've probably had 7,000 or 8,000 steaks in the last 6 years. I'm serious. I'm serious. I've eaten like back in the day, there was accounts of like Mongolians where they would literally slaughter a sheep and eat the whole thing within 24 hours, like one or two guys. And then they wouldn't eat for a week, though. I mean, that's what they did. They would feast.
A world record-holding athlete for indoor rowing and an orthopedic surgeon by training, Baker is now a full-time lifestyle coach, promoting the notion that carnivorism can cure diseases.
That is remarkable. We've had this 50 years of people telling people, don't eat meat, it's bad for you. Instead, so what do they eat instead? Well, they're hungry all the time, so they turn to this ultra-processed, high-energy junk food, and now everybody's fat. Everybody's got, I fundamentally believe that a lot of the problems with our population health has to do with nutrition. I think as we look at our quote unquote standard American diet, it is 60% ultra processed food. I think that's doing grave harm.
You've talked about something that I think you call the vegan agenda, right?
Yeah, maybe something like that. Yeah.
What's the vegan agenda?
I'm fully supportive of people being vegan if they want to be. Now, what I don't support is when they call me a murderer, when they call me an animal abuser, when they call me a rapist because I choose to eat the same food that humans have been eating for arguably 3 million years. I mean, it doesn't make sense. When they are trying to limit my access to food that makes me healthy, I'm not happy about that.
They're taking away my meat seems to be like a rallying cry.
Well, and I think with legitimate concern. I mean, there's definitely, you have to be living under a rock to see that there's always meat or episodes we need to cut back on meat. And it's just like, maybe there's some level for concern here.
I have trouble with that argument that they're forcing us to stop eating meat, because it just seems like that really hasn't happened. Like most Americans eat a ton of meat still.
Well, I mean, there are certainly people out there that have expressly made the claim that that's what they want to do. So that agenda does exist. Now, will it ever gain traction? Will it ever convince enough people to where it'll actually happen? Who knows? But I think if you don't at least say, hey, this is a problem, we should be opposed to that, then, then those agendas will pass.
What do you think the reason is that a certain type of guy, like interested in traditional masculinity and maybe a primal lifestyle, like why is he attracted to the carnivore diet?
I mean, there is something, viscerally and primitively satisfying about eating meat. I mean, it really is.
What the f? Yo, Liver King, I love your stallion. What do you do for a living?
I eat liver because liver is king. Eat liver for more drive, more determination to kick ass in life, or else you are sub-primal.
Oh my gosh!
Perhaps the most famous meat influencer is Liver King. He's built a brand posting videos about how eating raw organs is the key to what he calls ancestral masculinity.
I believe that men are purpose-built for physical strength, to fight, to provide, and to protect. Primals, I'm making this video to apologize.
But it turns out Liver King wasn't all natural.
Yes, I've done steroids, and yes, I am on steroids, monitored and managed by a trained hormone clinician.
In December, Liver King was exposed in leaked emails for using steroids and apologized to his followers in a YouTube video. But the whole eat meat to be a strong man persona still has a big draw.
Can you guess what Liver King is having for dinner today? I got liver.
And can you guess how much time I'm gonna beat you by in our liver eating challenge, Liver King?
Paulie Long is a meat influencer who got into the hobby after watching Liver King.
Well, guys, I found paradise. I'm back in the cooler right now. All right, so my Mimi found all the good stuff right here. We got brains.
Veal heart.
Heart and oh my God.
And veal brains, here you go.
Is there testicles or?
Find brains in there?
Yeah, I have one, yeah. I got the brain.
That's all we have.
No, but no testicles, right?
I don't think so.
Those are my favorite. they call me on social media, they call me the Testicle King.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I do the raw testicles all the time, yeah.
Long lives in Bali with his wife and kid, but he still visits his parents back home in Pennsylvania.
I've got a lot of nuts, and this is by far.
You have 200 videos of
I have
nuts.
over 200 videos. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of testicles. All right, I get asked
Why
this question a
testicles?
lot about these
Because
testicles.
you can have like different areas of focus as a meat influencer, but you've picked this one.
Yeah, I kind of didn't pick it. It picked me. The testicles chose me. No, I tried them at first for entertainment, just because that's the kind of person I am. Like, yeah, why not? Let's try it, right? And then I put it on social media for shock value, and then it became a consistency, and now I enjoy them. I enjoy them a lot. I definitely feel a difference when I eat them.
What is the connection between the carnivore diet and masculinity?
I mean, look at the world that we're in. It's a mess. It's a disaster. The elites who run the world are trying to emasculate men. The LGBT, whatever it's called, community is just making its biggest push ever. And they're trying to turn everyone gay. They're trying to make everyone weak. They're trying to just everything about the way the world is ran right now is trying to weaken men and trying to make women masculine. They're trying to switch the roles, and That's what causes chaos.
Are you saying that the same people who are encouraging plant-based diets are trying to emasculate men? Like, that's the connection?
In certain scenarios, yeah, not everyone. They want us weak, they want us smaller, they want to control us. They feed us the wrong food to make us sick, and then we need them for medicine, big pharma, right? And how do they manipulate us? Big propaganda, the media, the news, right? And so it's a full circle business.
So you think there's been like a widespread coordinated effort to spread misinformation about how meat's actually bad for you when it's good for you?
Welcome to Earth. Yeah, just like everything else.
Honestly, I was a little bit weirded out about raw testicle, but it is a crowd pleaser. I feel like you can't miss on the testicle.
Okay. All right.
It's really delicious. And there's more coming out.
Oh, I like it.
It's good. The salt's nice.
That's a testicle.
Can I have some more?
They'll definitely jazz it up, but the unique experience of eating it like this is pretty special.
There's a lot of extreme people who are associated with the carnivore movement. What do you think of kind of the image of the movement?
Honestly, we're kind of just doing our own thing, and on the periphery, like we don't really look up to those icons. We're kind of like just focusing on what we love, and that's animals and land and celebrating that. And if we can bring more people into this system, that's a win for us.
It's like a balloon.
Oh, it is. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
I'm Michael Learmonth, editor-in-chief of Vice News. Too often, traditional news outlets shy away from the real stories and experiences of those living through global conflicts. Not Vice News. Our reporters are on the ground, fearlessly covering the human stories that shape our world. You and millions of others can continue to read, watch, and listen to Vice News for free. But we hope you'll consider making a one-time or ongoing contribution of any size at vice.com/contribute. Every contribution, no matter how big or small, helps support the journalism Vice News brings to you every day. Thank you.